So let us go ahead and look at passage 3. Now, when I read this particular passage, the theme was very familiar because we all are very well versed with global warming and greenhouse gases and carbon emission. So the very first paragraph introduces greenhouse gases to us, and it tells us that this effect is important, and here is the reason for it, right? Then the next paragraph introduces the core thesis that however gradually more and more greenhouse gases were added, and ever since human activities have been heating the planet. And thereafter the third paragraph and the fourth paragraph both go on and bring in some support, a lot of facts. This is a very important word in the context of this passage. Then it talks about the fact that the warming is unprecedented, and in order to explain that further, the rest of the paragraph goes ahead and gives us some data. Then it brings in the role that oceans have played in order to mask the increase in the gases. And finally, it talks about the different effects of that global warming. So all in all, global warming caused by greenhouse gases, which are in turn caused by human activities. And if we look at the questions, the very first question asks us about the author as being what? So in this entire passage, the author has been neutral. The author has only stated loads and loads of facts and instances, incidents with us. The author has not shared his own opinion. And the moment we have that clarity, we focus on the verbs. So first uses uneasy, B says critical, C says opposed. All the three are words that can only be used to talk about opinions. But because the author has not given his opinion, all the three get ruled out, and you can pick up D. Erudite is scholarly. Erudite is somebody who is very knowledgeable. And if you look at the entire approach of the author in this passage, the way he has progressed, the way he has kept himself away from guessworks and hypotheses is commendable. So D as a result became an easy pick for question number 9. So question number 9, D is the answer. Here is the next one. Which of the following, if true, would most strongly invalidate the author's opinion? Now, normally when we look at strongly, we think of it in terms of support, but it asks us to invalidate. So basically, the question asks us, which of the following weakens the author's opinions? So let us see. A says the rate of flow of sea currents is decreasing incrementally over several decades. We don't know the rate of flow of sea currents and its connection with the global warming, so this is going to be irrelevant for the author's opinions. B, some countries have progressed from the industrial revolution to becoming post-industrial societies. Once again, no connection with global warming, so irrelevant. So neither strengthens. So when I say irrelevant, I'm saying it neither strengthens nor weakens any of the opinions shared by the author. C, the increasing temperatures are helping cold-blooded creatures to reproduce more prolifically. Okay, so what is the relationship of the reproduction of the cold-blooded creatures and temperature? Does it tell us that the temperature is increasing? Does it tell us the temperature is not increasing? Do we know that? If we don't, then this will again become irrelevant. So this requires, I think, a bit of GK that goes, and that to a specialized GK. It is not a normal general knowledge that we're supposed to possess. Okay, D, El Nino is causing the ocean temperatures to rise, particularly in the Pacific Ocean. Now see, the author in the passage has said that the ocean temperature is increasing because of an increase in greenhouse gases, which are anthropogenic, which are caused by humans. But option D says that, hey, the ocean temperature has increased because of El Nino and not not the warming caused by greenhouse gases. So that contradicts the author, and therefore this definitely weakens, and thus our answer to question number 10 should be option D. Here comes the 11th question. Of the following arguments, which one of the following is the least likely to be caused by increased emissions of greenhouse gases? Okay, let us see. A. The sea surface has warmed more than the land regions. C. Increased emissions of greenhouse gases on the basis of the passage increases the temperature at the land more than the temperature of the sea. A states the opposite of it. So this is definitely not likely to happen. So that makes it a front runner for our answer choice straight away. Let's look at the next one. Some animals are permanently shifting to higher altitudes. This is true. This is mentioned in the last paragraph, so you can rule it out. Polar ice caps are melting at a rapid rate, once again consistent with the passage. D. A higher number of droughts, floods and fires now occur, once again mentioned in the passage. So A contradicts, B, C and D are consistent, so A is obviously the least likely to follow, and thus our answer for question number 11 should be option A. And that takes us to our 12th question. From the passage, which one of the following statements would support the author's view that temperatures are rising? So basically, we want to strengthen or support. So let's see. Summers are getting longer and winters shorter. So that talks about the change in the duration of seasons, not a change in the temperature. So this does not support. B talks about tree rings and their lifespan. Once again, no support provided for warming. C. Some animals in the northern hemispheres have begun migrating northwards on a permanent basis. Yeah, they're moving towards colder climates. So this backs up the information provided in the last passage. So definitely supports. D. Frequent unseasonal heavy rains in hyper-arid areas. So is it being caused by increased temperature? Not necessarily so. It can simply be explained as a shift in the weather pattern due to some reasons, not necessarily linked with temperatures. So D is also ruled out. So the best answer for question number 12 is going to be option C, and that takes care of our third passage.